Here we are at the Chicago Auto Show, and one of the big pieces of news here at the show is a big truck. Absolutely. You know, the heavy-duty Silverado from Chevrolet, and with me is Carl Hillenbrand, who is the guy who knows more about this truck than anybody in the universe. Thanks so much for being with us.
Well, thank you, Jack, for having me.
Tell us all about it.
Well, the all-new 2011 Silverado HD, the chassis is completely all new. We've increased the towing and payload capacity dramatically. We now have segment leading for one-ton trucks, 20,000-pound trailering capacity, and a payload of over 6,300 pounds. We've done that by really changing the frame completely, fully boxed frame from front to back, all new suspensions. The rear leaf springs are now 3-inch wide. They're 20% wider than before. The front suspension, we've maintained the torsion bar front suspension, but increased the front gross axle weight rating up to 6,000 pounds. So we've up from 4,800 pounds where we were before. So now you can put a snowplow on any one of our four-wheel drive trucks. Very, very capable front suspension, yet we didn't have to give up the comfort of having the independent front suspension for the person who's spending a lot of time in their trucks.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. I mean, how many of these are personal use? How many of these are business use? And then I'm sure there's some that really cross the line and are used for both.
Yeah, absolutely. Of our overall Silverado lineup, the HDs, which are the 3/4 ton and 1 tons, account for about 30% of our total volume. Of that 30%, about half of it is commercial, where they're using it for, real true work applications. The other half, even though it's personal use, they're using the truck hard, pulling maybe a horse trailer or a recreational trailer, something where they need that capacity still. It's split about half and half for the heavy duties.
Mm-hmm. Your competitors are pretty aggressive about the heavy duty market. How do you think your vehicle stacks up to others in the market?
Well, we've done well all along, but now with this new truck, with the new capabilities, we're going to do even better. Capability-wise, as I mentioned, we're the leader now for the towing capability and for payload capacity as well. We've also upped the notch on the horsepower and torque rating for the diesel engine. The diesel engine, the Duramax, all new. Needed to upgrade the emission systems as well for 2010 emissions. So we've gone through that and taken the opportunity to upgrade the horsepower and torque. Great improvement in quietness as well. The diesel already was known, our diesel, as being a very quiet diesel engine. It's even quieter yet now. So lots of improvements for the powertrain and the chassis.
Tell our viewers and listeners the advantages of a diesel engine. What are some of the things that we see about the most modern of diesels these days?
Well, number one is the torque of the diesel engine is just phenomenal. So for pulling those big loads, that's where you get the power, is the torque. Get this load moving and keep it rolling. The other benefit is fuel economy. When you load down a diesel engine, it doesn't affect its fuel economy as much as a gasoline engine. So if you're driving a long distances, and a lot of these truck drivers, they're driving these big loads long ways, that's where you start really getting the additional fuel economy benefits in your pocket as far as fuel economy savings. Now our truck from 2010 to 2011, on highway fuel economy, we're seeing an 11% improvement.
Are there gasoline options too, or are you diesel only on the
Yes, we have the 6-liter gas engine as well, with some improvements to that, a new camshaft and some other improvements on the 6-liter gas as well.
How about the interior accommodations? Where do you stand these days? It strikes me, because so many of these vehicles are used for personal use, and they're fairly expensive too. You've gone upscale.
Definitely, and even for the work applications, we've done a lot of research with these buyers, and even the work truck buyers, because they spend so much time in the truck, they want to have the comfort and convenience as well. So trying to make those trucks feel more upscale is very important. Even for a work truck buyer, a comfortable seat. It may not have to be, leather and great looking in that regard, but comfort is important to these customers. Storage and capabilities of the trucks, the Bluetooth capability.
Initial price is important, resale value important on these vehicles, especially in the commercial applications. People look at cost of ownership there very, very hard. How do you stack up there, do you think?
Well, we haven't released the pricing for the 2011, but I can say that we're definitely going to be competitive there, like we always are, and make sure that they will be taking a very close look at us.
And your trucks seem to last a long time, am I right?
Chevrolet slogan, most durable, longest lasting, definitely. That is a very important aspect, and that really affects the resale value of these trucks as well.
Anything else you'd like to add about the new heavy-duty Silverado?
And the last piece of it really is the secure driving aspect of the truck. We've added a lot of features in here. StabiliTrak is now standard on all the single rear wheel models. Along with the StabiloTrack, we also have some other features that we've made standard with that, and that's the trailer sway control is one. So you're driving that big trailer behind you, it starts getting out of control, automatically takes over and applies the brakes and adjusts the power on the engine as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 20,000 pounds behind you on a couple wheels, you want to keep that in control, don't you?
You definitely do. And he'll start assist, so if you have a very heavy load, you're on a more than a 5% incline, it'll apply the brakes for about a second and a half as you're transitioning over to the accelerator pedal, so the load doesn't roll back on you as well.
And it comes to market when?
Early summer is when it'll be at dealerships.
Okay, terrific. Carl Hillenbrand, thanks so much for being with us. We do appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Jeff.